Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and you're very welcome to the Ramor Arts Centre for the opening of Paul Galligan's exhibition, Yin and Yang. A couple of apologies, just Coherlock of Cavan County Councillor, Councillor Philip Brady, the CEO or acting CEO of Cavan County Council, Mr. Owen Doyle, and our arts officer, Katrina O'Reilly, are just away at the moment and send their apologies. So now, without further ado, I'll hand you over to Rebecca O'Connor, novelist and editor, to officially open the exhibition.
Thanks, Warwick. Paul's aunt sent him a colouring book from England when he was a little boy. As he didn't have any colours, he resorted to shading the pictures in pencil, which shows he was already in full possession of his creative ingenuity. Paul didn't take the conventional route through art school, but instead is brilliantly self-taught. He spent a decade in New York as a young man, and you can clearly see that abstract expressionist influence in his paintings. Deconstructed, pixelated, emotionally charged blocks of colour alongside bold brush and knife marks. But you can also see his intense love of the natural world and the area around Kilkeen and beyond where he lives. In his more recent paintings in particular, those gloriously big and bold flowers, the luminous landscapes, and those beautifully delicate pencil and pastel drawings. Paul is one of the funniest people I know, but as Peter Ustinov put it, comedy is simply a funny way of being serious, and Paul is deeply serious about his work. He said in an interview somewhere that as a child, you build yourself through expression, which I think is a brilliant way of interpreting our journey into adulthood. As an artist, you never stop trying to build yourself. In the case of the painter, wrestling with form and colour and light as a way of expressing your vision, your sense of self in the world. In an attempt to face that which we all fear, death, but also to unleash the joy in our being here. As a writer, I agree with the premise that you have to write to know what you think, and I believe it's the same with paint or whatever medium you choose as an artist. Above all, you have to trust your senses and the workings of the unconscious mind. And you can see that in Paul's paintings as he moves between abstraction and realism. His restlessness, his inventiveness, his bold use of colour and gesture, his exploration of different mediums, different techniques. And you can see it in his deeply humane response to things like the climate crisis or war. It's so wonderful to see the culmination of Paul's years of work and dedication and vigour celebrated here in this fabulous new space. I'm honoured and delighted to declare this exhibition open.
I wasn't going to say anything, and I'm not going to. Not of any importance anyway. We'll try and keep it very shallow. I've been painting since I was 5 or 6. Correct, Mother? Do you agree?
3.5.
3.5, okay. Like all those years, it's always been about painting. It's quite an unusual thing to put on an exhibition. You paint the things, and when you're painting them, you love them. But when you're done and it's exhibited, you're finished with the love you had for them, and you can't see what other people see when they look at them. So exhibiting is a strange thing. And painting is probably a strange thing too. It makes you into a bit of a head case. And sometimes it's a good thing if you start off being a bit of a head case. It can kind of keep you, where you kind of see how you relate to what you're doing. So it's a good thing for keeping you sane. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the paintings, and thank you everyone for coming. And good night.